Hey guys, and welcome to episode 10 of our Road to Glory. We're finally hitting double digits in the episode, and this one is essentially the final episodes before the first FUT champs. As you guys can see on the screen, we were 2 points off the FUT champ qualification, so we just ended up doing another game and, hitting that goal that we need, the 2k points that we need in order to qualify. And this episode, essentially, we're trying to finalize our squad. So you guys are going to see the squad on the screen. I kind of shifted a couple things around. I did a lot of things off camera, a lot of essentially building different concept squads to see what I really want to try play. I did a couple games off Ultimate Team and rather in friendlies, offline, just to see which players I like. And essentially we're going to try use this formation with Son instead of Aubameyang. So the real problem we had with Aubameyang was whenever we tried to change up formation, Aubameyang and Martial in a 4-2-3-1, none of them really play well as a cam. I tried Aubameyang as a left cam, as a left mid, as in how he plays in Arsenal, but I don't really like him in that position. So I thought to myself, I kind of need a player that's more versatile, that can play both striker and cam. So I was like, I could go back to Rodrigo, or I could try something new, because, we have this 250k from Aubameyang. So I'm like, you know what, we're going to try invest in Son. Apparently this guy's an absolute beast. And out of what we've played so far with him, so a couple squad battles, a couple division rivals, he's good. So he sits up front as a left forward in our striker position on 7 chem, I believe, and he's still absolutely an absolute beast on 7 chem, so that's perfect. And if things don't go well, then we might just play him as a left mid and find another striker or something in the long run. But this is how we're gonna essentially go into our games, with a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-4-2. The two classic formations is what we're gonna play, and then ultra attacking will be a 4-2-2-2. So we're literally throwing everything up front, and in defense we're going to be playing a 4-2-2 second variation. So instead of 2 center mids, we're going to have 2 CDMs. So we also changed up the back line a bit. We went from firstly Cancelo to Wan-Bissaka to Walker, because the market was crashing, so I could literally afford anybody. And then with the amount of stuff we sold all our trade investments, all the informed Ben Chilwells. And then we ended up having about, I think, 120k to spend on a player, and I decided to pick up Semedo from Wolves, because it's a 1-to-watch card, and I'm like, he plays quite high up for Wolves. They play usually a 5-back, which turns into a 3-back and 2 essentially wide mids. And if he can get up front and get a couple assists, then I'm sure he's gonna get a Team of the Week card sometime soon. But yeah, we're also collecting a bunch of different objectives. We did a couple of the challenges. So the Haaland one we did off camera. We got a couple basically rewards from that. Nothing too special, but it was kind of a pain using a Dortmund player, because obviously they're super inflated, and then the Dortmund badge, and then the tifo, and then the kits and all that. But yeah, it's free pack, so we do it just for the free pack. And then I was thinking to myself whilst I was doing this, because I was planning my teams on the side for the weekend league, I was like, what should I do? I don't really like Laporte. I think he's really good defensively, but he just gets caught on the counter-attack way too often. So I'm like, okay, we're going to switch it up, and we're going to try go potentially Joe Gomez if we have enough money, or an Alisson at the back, so switch out Courtois. But I was around 50k short, so I'm like, okay, this is not really working out. I can't just, sacrifice one of them right now and just purchase one. But I just ended up trying to see in the market, snipe a couple things, and we ended up picking up an Alisson. And you'll see why it's really important that we picked up Alisson instead of Joe Gomez. But yeah, we also did the UCL objectives, so you need to pack. We used the UCL cards we needed. We packed and we put them into our squad to do a couple objectives. But I did that off camera because that's not really fun to watch. It's a lot of grinding on squad battles, and nobody really wants to watch that. Even some objectives that I do in rivals, I don't necessarily show them because they're quite time consuming. So essentially I'm really condensing down 3 to 4 days of FIFA into a 10-minute video, just because I feel like you guys just want to see the quick changes in my team, how I'm moving along, and essentially skip all the boring stuff. But yeah, so our pack luck wasn't too great from the Haaland objective pack rewards and the UCL rewards, but then we went on to collect our rival rewards. And our rival rewards this week, I believe we came rank 2, rank 3 possibly, and we ended up getting pretty good rewards. As you guys probably saw before, we ended up packing Joe Gomez, which is perfect because we bought Alisson. And so yeah, our backline's completely changed, and we could use Laporte in a very important SBC that comes at the end of the episode. Moving on from that, we also did the Silver Lounge, the new challenge, which I personally love those challenges. They're so fun. And it's just, it's nice to play with lower rated players and more casually. And this card looks quite decent, I think, for future silver challenges. He's from the MLS. I don't really know if there are any other MLS players. I honestly don't know the silver market. But yeah, it's pretty fun. I say you guys should go do it. It's a free card. You have to chuck it in SBC because a lot of SBCs now will start asking for informs, So if you don't like him, you're not going to use him, just chuck him in. I personally think Vidra as a card was better. But this card I can see being used as a super sub if you want to bring him on during your silver challenges. So after that, essentially, as you guys can see, we have our set squad basically. I was flicking through the stats to see essentially who was our best player, which aspects were really important, because I was debating whether or not I should change up my formation to have like Son being a winger cam or like a center cam, and then after like looking at the stats and all that, I realized that I want to use him right behind Martial for that quick 1-2, and if we need, we spread it out wide and they can cut it back to Son and Martial. But essentially the goal threats are Son and Martial. The assists all come from essentially Lucas and who's our left cam, Hazard, and they're just like absolutely speed monsters down the wings and break back lines, which is perfect. It's a good system I like, with Pogba and Partey holding down the midfield, and it's pretty solid. But yeah, so what we're going to do for the next episode, we're going to potentially split FUT Champs into 2 different episodes, like first half and second half, or we might just do one, like a whole entire episode, just like condensing all the games to see where we basically where we get. My goal for FUT Champs this year, like I know that personally I'm not really good, so I'm not going to aim like absurdly, like let's say 20, 25 wins, like it's not going to happen. I honestly want to have not too much stress every week to be able to like continue it, so I want to aim for at least 1.5 thousand FUT Champ points, or the 1,001. Even 1,001 is quite low, so I want to try aim for the silver 1, which I believe gives you still 2,000 FUT Champs points, or 1.5k, and then or gold 3. Gold 3 gives you 2,000 points and I'm set. So gold 3, which is 14 wins, is my goal. That's like the optimal goal. That's like us. That's what we'll call a successful weekend league. If we hit silver 1, it's good. It's like a minimum we'll accept. So that's essentially the benchmark we're trying to aim for. 14 wins in 30 games. Hopefully we can win, but with the Division 4 placement, like all the players in FUT Champs are going to be like Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, so it's going to be really tough. Like I'm not expecting anything, like no easy walk in the parks, and people are going to have good teams. And so this part of the video, we're coming up onto yesterday. So yesterday would have been the Rule Breaker release day. And I looked at the couple new objectives. There's the new Mukiel card, which actually looks like a good center back rather than a right back, I'd say. And I'll probably do it on the side if I have nothing to do during the week. I'll probably try grind that on the side, because it's a free card. You never want to turn down a free card if it's not too unreasonable to do. Like it's not hard. It's just a lot of like grinding, which I'm fine with that as long as it's not like costly or all that. But yeah, we're gonna do that, and it was a pain. The last 2 days, servers have been down, and I probably think they're gonna be down for the first day of FUT Champs. But yeah, so hopefully the EA gets essentially their stuff together and helps us out a bit. So here you can see we're just grinding out the UEFA marquee matchup SBC. We got nothing out of that pack, but we also did the Williams SBC. And so when looking at both cards, they took away some of his pace and boosted either shooting or dribbling, which I think is a really interesting concept. I like this new rule breaker. It changes it up from the classic Scream cards, although those were really nice. And I believe there's going to be a Team 1 and a Team 2 since it's a 2-week promo. But yeah, so personally, I think it's more beneficial to grab the dribbling one, so the version on the left, I think with the white dynamic image, like the white shirt dynamic image. That one's probably better because you don't really have a chemistry style that boosts dribbling only, and that's quite beneficial. Whilst if you take the dribbling one, you can just put a Hunter on him and it boosts pace and shooting, so you got both of them in the same. But yeah, that's just my opinion. I picked personally the dribbling one because I think it's more beneficial, and he's going to become a super sub for me during the weekend league. So during the weekend league, hopefully what I'm going to be able to do is play a 4-2-3-1. Let's say we're losing, we need more like pace up front. I'll throw in Hwang Yi-chan up front, and then I'll put Williams as a cam behind him, and if we need to go 4-2-2, they'll play both of them up front. And then I'll probably bring on Hakimi or Jota. If I don't bring on both strikers, I'll bring on Jota instead, so like one striker and Jota and Hakimi. Otherwise, I'm always going to bring on Hakimi. Like his pace late game is just insane so far for division rivals. So yeah, that's essentially the main goal I'm trying to set. That's my, I guess, structure for every single game. And if we're holding on to a lead, I'll probably still sub on the same players just, to get fast breaks and get a counterattack. But yeah, anyways, I look forward to the next episode. I'll keep you guys updated with how the FUT Champs go. Hope you guys are all, staying safe once again. Take care of your health. It's really important. And, good luck on FUT Champs, guys. You guys will definitely crush it. All right, peace.